Hi, this is Dr. Angie Miguel Aguirre, and today we are going to welcome you to this program put together by Doctors for Life and Family Media Advocacy Foundation. We are going to talk about topics of common concern, especially those involving life, health, and family. And today our topic is the embryo. Is the embryo a human being? That's a question often asked by many, even at the Supreme Court not too long ago. So today, we have as a resource person a professor of embryology, anatomy, and bioethics from the Pontifical University, the University of Santo Tomas. She is also a fellow of the Philippine Obstetrics and Gynecological Society, Dr. Josephine Lumitaw. Jo?
Good morning, Doctora.
So how are you today?
I'm fine.
So first, I think the most important thing that we should tell our audience about is how does life begin?
Life begins at fertilization, and this happens when the egg cell coming from the mom meets the spermatozoa coming from the dad. So as soon as these two cells meet each other, they form a new being, and you call that a zygote. Or the fertilized egg, as many call the fertilized egg or zygote. So as soon as the zygote is formed, immediately it starts a series of cell division. And this cell division is known as cleavage, wherein from the one cell formed by the union of the egg and the sperm, it would divide into a group of cells until it becomes a ball of cells called the morula. And even as it is dividing, it is already slowly passing through the walls of the fallopian tube until it would reach the wall of the uterus, where it would implant at about the end of the first week of development. So as it slowly moves through the wall of the fallopian tube, that ball of cells would then delaminate into two layers. Meron pong inner cell mass na it will become the embryo proper. Tapos yung outer cell mass, Doctora, will become the placenta. So you can see that even at this early stage, it's so organized, purposeful. So it reaches the wall of the uterus at about 5 to 6 days. Hindi pa siya kaagad mag-i-implant. It would await siguro mga 1 or 2 days, and then at the end of the first week, it would implant. And it would implant in the form of a blastocyst, which is made up of the inner cell mass, destined to become the embryo, and the outer cell mass destined to become the placenta. Now, implantation is not a passive event. It is an active event believed to be due to mag-exchange ng signals between the blastocyst and the maternal endometrium. Parang satellite na nagsesend ng signal sa kanyang docking area. Okay. And so parang even if you can see it's just a small group of cells, it's already exchanging signals with the maternal endometrium for it to implant successfully.
That's very interesting. In relation to that, ang gusto ko itanong sa iyo, may mga tao at even doktor na nagsasabi na ang simula daw ng buhay ay arbitrary. In fact, sinabi pa nila, yung zygote daw ay hindi naman daw yung tao. Yun daw ay organism. What can you say about that after the explanation that you gave us?
From the time of fertilization, Doctora, once na na-form na yung fertilized egg or zygote, a new human being exists. Because the paternal genome, which is 23X or Y, and the maternal genome, which is 23X, always 23X yung Doctora, when they unite, they form a new human being who has the characteristics of both the mom and the dad, but yet unique in his own right. So the moment po nag-join yung maternal and paternal genome to form the fertilized egg or zygote, meron na pong bagong human being. And even though it's just one cell first, because of its own genetic identity, it will already start its own developmental process, which is purposeful, organized, and meron talagang objective na ma-attain. And this is it doesn't end at birth because it continues even while we are small, children, adults, and so on.
Oo, kaya hindi tama na sabihin mo na yun ay organism. Living organism lang daw, hindi human being. Kaya nga ang tinanong namin doon sa mga nasasabi noon, hindi naman yun magiging pusa o aso, hindi ba? Kasi it came from a
Iba,
human
Doktora.
father
Iba yung,
and a human mother.
Iba yung
Di ba?
genotype ng human being.
Precisely.
Oo.
So kaya ang pinagtataka namin, bakit ayaw nilang tawagin yun na human being? Ang gusto nilang tawagin, living organism lang daw. Kaya isa yon sa magandang na ipaliwanag mo sa amin. No? Hindi yun talaga pwedeng tawagin na just living organism. It is a human being.
Yes, Doktora.
Hindi ba? Now, let's go to the inner cell mass. Kasi isa rin yan sa mga concerns natin sa stem cell research,
Yes,
hindi ba?
Doktora.
And gusto kong ipaliwanag mo kung bakit hindi tama na pag-aralan ng embryonic stem cell at kung bakit pwede naman ang adult stem cell.
Embryonic stem cell is not justified because it violates, Doktora, the life of the embryo. Kasi when you do embryonic stem cell therapy, you would use all this inner cell mass which would become the embryo proper. And they want to get that because it would result from the inner cell mass would arise all the tissues and organs of the body. And that is why they want to use it for embryonic stem cell therapy because from it will be produced any of the cells or tissues that they need for therapeutic purpose, but at the expense of the death of the embryo. And that is why embryonic stem cell is not justified because it violates the right of life of the embryo. Pinapatay, Doktora, yung embryo.
Oh, so, in other words, the end does not justify the means. No?
Even though you say it's for a therapeutic purpose, and yet, parang you treat another but you kill another. So, hindi pwede talaga. On the other hand, Doktora, yung adult stem cell therapy is allowed for proportionate reasons. So, for example, it's really proven to treat some diseases like mga leukemias. And it will not cause harm to the donor. Kasi adult stem cell, makikita yan sa bone marrow, so may mga certain parts ng body ng adult. The adult just need to give his consent and it will not harm him. So that's why adult stem cell therapy is allowed, but only for, generally it's still an experimental treatment, Doktora, but for certain diseases, approved na siya, like mga mga leukemias.
Yeah, I understand. So may usefulness talaga ang adult stem cell, but we should never even dream of working on embryonic stem cell.
Yes, never.
Oo. Kaya lang ang problema natin, hindi ba kung minsan yung mga surplus embryos ng in vitro fertilization, ginagamit din daw dyan?
Pwede kasi, Doktora, kasi meron kang temptation na if you have frozen embryos na parang masyadong we reduce our way of thinking to a utilitarian way. Parang we look on people even. Kasi maski siya frozen embryo, human being na siya. And pag sinabi mong pwede ko siyang gamitin, so parang, tao yan. Hindi mo pwedeng gamitin for whatever purpose it is, even if it is a therapeutic one. So talagang hindi pwede, Doktora, kasi maski siya frozen embryo, human being pa rin siya.
Kaya lang, nandun ang temptation.
Nandun ang temptation talaga.
Kaya,
kasi lalo kung naka-freeze lang siya, hindi siya ginagamit, basta nandun lang siya. So may temptation talagang gamitin siya for therapy or even for research. Which is not, it violates the right.
Kaya yun ang problema natin sa in vitro fertilization.
Yes,
kasi it also attests to the reality that life begins from the moment of fertilization.
Yes.
Kasi nga, di ba, the meeting of the sperm and the egg happens in the laboratory. Bakit nangyayari yon? Bakit nagiging successful yon? Kaya lang, dahil nga may surplus embryo, yun naman ang ginagamit nila in experimentation. Yes. So, in other words, tama naman pala at naintindihan na natin kung bakit nagkaganyan yan. At nagpapasalamat tayo na kahit ang Supreme Court hindi ba inuphold that life really begins from fertilization. So, siguro at this point in time, we will have a break. At dyan lang po kayo, wag po kayong aalis, babalik po kami.